Hey everybody! Guess who's back for more? Last episode we got inside that dirty nasty boy, Dr. Bad Boon's clothes, and gave him a good old-fashioned tickling, so he'd return us to being the good big size again. And we appreciate that, but now he's sicked a bunch of robot thieves on us, so in order to destroy them, it's time to roll our ball through a gate 10 times again. This is everybody's favorite world from any video game ever, World 8, the famous Clock Tower Factory. Let's begin. Another thing that I've noticed while playing this game a lot, and just watching my Let's Play back, is the levels and the gameplay don't really lend themselves super much to commentary. Most levels, it's very, very immediately obvious on like the opening little visual of what you're supposed to do in the level. I've never done this level that fast. Wow. Speedrun tactics. You're watching it now. Also, check out that sweet autosave, because there's no way I'm ever letting the myself log back on and finding out that I have not saved. I completely lost my train of thought there. I'm so sorry. I was checking on my recording to make sure that it was working, and it is. So this is fun. I like this level because you can just die for no good reason. You're just like, oh. I also like this level because it's called Soft Cream, and I think that that level name is hilarious because I'm actually 4 years old. I'm the world's youngest orthopedic surgeon, because I'm definitely an orthopedic surgeon. How else would you explain how good I am at monkey ball? It takes like surgery level training and precision to know this. Right here, we're looking at the spleen decks. And clearly I am very good at monkey ball. Also, Gon, I think, was on one of those boxes. We can't see. At least it's not a fish. If there was a fish on one of those boxes, I'd probably scream. Whoa. Ah! Sorry, I saw a fish on one of the boxes. So, like I was saying, the levels are very visually obvious as what to do just when they start up. It's designed to be a game that it's possible to be a level on your first try because you can see the goal, you can see the obstacles, and you see all of that all at the same time as the level's loading in. Some levels that are not fun, like Arthropod or Launcher, maybe don't provide you that sort of help, and which is why they're not fun. It's not super obvious how to complete them. You get a general idea, but you just don't know. Most levels, however, you zoom out and you see, let's watch here, okay, we see these two things clacking together. It's super obvious what the path to the goal is. I don't need to explain, I just go for it. Maybe that would make this game a good game for Let's Playing, because you have less to explain, but maybe it doesn't. Because if you run dry on commentary, you can't just say, here's what I'm going to do. Because for the most part, you're saying, alright gang, get ready, I'm rolling forward onto this platform. I fell off this platform. Those are about the two things you can say if you're just explaining the actions you're doing in Monkey Ball. So I find that all of my stupid jokes that don't make any sense are just like really filler for the sake of actually being able to put content in these videos. And I'm not sure, even if I had Super Monkey Ball 1, I'm not sure I would do a Let's Play for a game like this in the same vein or style, single player, again, because there's just not a lot to talk about. And I mean, I fill these videos, I have very few just periods of silence, because, well, I have a very special mind that can think of random stuff just immediately. And it's also nice because the story mode has the hilarious bits of story, which are fun to voice act over since I'm a professional voice actor too. Oh boy. This one's probably my least favorite ever. I hate this one. I'm not even really sure exactly. Does it have a pause button? No, it's got fast forward. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is wait for it to sort of... Yeah, this is just a wait for it level. Arguably the worst kinds. This is like arthropod, because then if you mess up, it's a huge waste of time, and also, if I'm not in motion as a monkey, then my commentary won't stay in motion, according to Albert Monkey's first law of monkey physics, which is a monkey in motion provides commentary in motion. And if I just have to sit here and wait for this stupid worm to get its stupid tail unwrapped, and then I die after this, well, that's not in motion at all, because then I'm sitting here for like 50 seconds a run, and guess what? That all was for naught, because I beat it on my first try. There's a secret entrance over there, but again, in story mode, they'll just provide a load of a score. And I don't know if there's like a score reward, because I've never gotten to the end of story mode. I just play challenge mode, usually. I've been saving this for you guys, my loyal fans. You know what? This level's called Totters. That's what I'm going to call you all, my fans. Y'all my Totters. Oh my god. Wow, just like my real fans, the Totters let me down. Just kidding. Alright. So, what? There's actually a lot of content in Super Monkey Ball 2. Not just the story and challenge mode that I brought up. There's also a practice mode that lets you practice the different levels as many times as you need. But that's not interesting at all. There's a bunch of party games. And those are also fun to play while drunk. And if I can get my friends together, I'm thinking those might be some bonus videos we do. Because I feel like that could be kind of fun. Okay. They're mostly sports-based. They're like, hey, this is monkey tennis, or my favorite, monkey bowling. I like monkey bowling because I can actually beat my friend at it, sometimes. Unlike things like monkey targets, which I have zero chance of beating him. I'm pretty sure he uses a modded controller, even if he uses my controller. Because he is ungodly good at aiming at targets from the sky. Excuse me. I was so rude. I'm trying to think of what else has happened in my life. I've lived in my first apartment, and my first and second dorms. I'm not living in an apartment when I go back to school in a few weeks here. I'm actually going to be living in a duplex. So, you know, it's like a house cut in half, and we get half the house. So I guess it's kind of like, excuse me, it's kind of like an apartment. I'm not sure what just happened there. That was very different from my last attempt. But the duplex is nice, and I'm excited. It's going to be a bigger space, which honestly I think is going to help me and my roommate situation out. Lately, most of my time that hasn't been working, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch, and hence why I posted that on a play of the game. I've been playing a lot of Fire Emblem. I've beaten Fates twice, Awakening twice, and Fire Emblem 7 once this summer already, which is quite fun. And I've also been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild now, because there's a Switch in the house. Switch in the house! And Breath of the Wild is an amazing game. It's a lot better than I thought it was when it was coming out. I love the character designs, especially, like, Zelda's design is so good. I love the Zora, I love the Gerudo, I love the Rito, I love the Fritos too. I really thought it was kind of an odd choice originally. I was like, oh, why are they putting Fritos in Zelda? That seems weird. And then they were like, no, it's fine, they're corn chips. They restore your health. I was like, oh, well, that's nice. I could use some health restoration. This is a hard game. And so the Fritos, they can help you a good deal. And they're... Yes, no! Oh, no! I fell off the cliff! I'm also I. He's become my persona. And I've actually never had that thought until just now, but I've decided that I is the boon of animal masculinity. Look at that big A on his shirt. That doesn't stand for I. That stands for Type A personality. And here is the first level that's back in the old style, where I'm pretty sure my weird meandering commentary is not helping me beat the level at all. So I'll give it a couple more tries, and I think I'll just cut till the end, because there really isn't anything to this game, or to this, god damn it, anything to this except good control over your balls, and right now they're kind of wild, and that's okay. So I will see you in the future. Hey, guess who landed? Also, I had a realization that all 4 of those buttons at the beginning are kind of pointless. I pressed reverse and I didn't notice any difference because it goes back and forth, so that's not new. And I'm pretty sure the fast forward and backwards fast forward are just sort of insta-kill buttons, and so I wouldn't recommend pressing those. Actually, it didn't take that much longer after I cut, so I probably could have filled it with more junk, but I think it was better this way. So we are on to warp. Something else that I've done, and this is a lot more recent than a lot of the stuff that I've been talking about, I went on a road trip with my family to South Dakota. And it was a fun road trip. Oh boy. Oh, who's a good monkey? It's Ai. Ai's a good monkey. We went there to see my mom's friend, and we did some other stuff while we were out there. We saw, you know, the big boys on Mount Rushmore. We saw... Oh... I didn't want to fall. That's not very nice of you. We saw the Chicago Museum of Natural History, which we did not see in South Dakota, oddly. We saw it in Chicago on our way back. Something else that we saw in Chicago, which was real cool, was this place called the Reptile Gardens. And the Reptile Gardens are like, it's like a zoo, except its entire focus is reptiles. And you're like, oh, well, that's not super cool sounding. And I'm like, well, you don't sound really cool either. You sound like kind of a lmao who doesn't like reptiles. Because it was pretty awesome. They had giant tortoises that you could pet. Not ride, because that's mean to the tortoises. And tortoises don't deserve to be mean at. They're good people. No, they're not. They're tortoises. But tortoises can be people. I mean, monkeys are people in this game. And turtles are people in Franklin, the TV show about the turtle named Franklin. My next Let's Play is of Franklin. I live in Franklin County. Hey, it's Franklin. This level's kind of stressing me out because I actually don't really remember how to beat it properly except get good. But yeah, South Dakota trip was like 9 days long. Get wrecked level. It wrecked me instead. And it got a little stressful at the very end because Chicago is a stressful city to live in. Not live in. They weren't living there. But we got lost and there was arguing and fighting. I was like, okay, this is fine. I don't know if I would do the trip again because it was long and pretty much all the states we went through were really boring. But if you've never been to South Dakota, you should go. If you don't want to go to North Dakota. Why? Why have you forsaken me? When I needed fish most, he wasn't there. And when fish irritated me to see, he's always present. He is my God, but he is also my devil. What else have I been doing in my life? Got obsessed with Hamilton, but that's not really unique to me, obviously. And so I've been listening to a lot of Hamilton. And I was talking about Breath of the Wild when I got distracted by Fritos, because it sounds like Doritos, which are the bird people. What else wasn't good so far in Breath of the Wild for me? When Breath of the Wild was first coming out, I kind of thought that it was just going to be Link and like no other characters. And up until I played, that's what I was under the impression. I was like, that's too different from the Zelda sort of equation for me. But when you play it, it is like a Zelda game, but it's also not. I think the shrines are really well done. I think it's brilliant to just have a bunch of short little mini temples, which, oh, that feels so good, which give you the opportunity to use your different powers equally because you're not getting them in that dungeon. Instead of having huge big dungeons where you get new items, you get them all at the very beginning and you use them throughout the different dungeons. I think it gives you a lot more creativity in how the puzzles can be solved. And then you have the Divine Beasts, which are the temples, which are also very good. I have not beaten the game yet. But, oops, that wasn't what I meant to do. I didn't even really pay attention to this level. I was busy thinking about the Divine Beasts. You know, like Arceus. Okay, here we go. I actually have no idea where I'm going now. I'm going down. I'm yelling timber. Die. Okay. So I'm going to reclaim my thoughts and bring us back into the now. We are playing Super Monkey Ball 2. We are on trampolines. And we are dying off of trampolines. Oh my god, and that just reminded me of the person who died at the Ohio State Fair. And that's really terrifying and also very sad. And I wish I didn't think about that while I was recording a video, because that's not a good thing. In case you didn't know, one of the rides at the Ohio State Fair recently just broke down and somebody died on it, and that's kind of not good in that it's very bad. A bunch of people injured too, but obviously the news goes to the person who's dead, because that's news, because news isn't fun. Okay, we're almost done with this. Or not! That was a joke that I played on you guys. You have to watch me suck for more. That was a very phallic sounding sentence. And I'm not sorry. Wow! Here we go, I'm getting flustered. Also, my score is very close to 77777777777. Come on, up the trampoline, number 1! Up the trampoline, number 2! Up the trampoline number 0! Because I fell underneath the basement. And this is what I was talking about as a format for Let's Playing. This game doesn't do great. Because when you get frustrated and you want to focus on the gameplay, you can't just talk about what you're doing. Because roll, get thrown up by a trampoline. Roll, get thrown up by a trampoline. Roll, get thrown up by a trampoline. And sure, I got focused there, and I got to the goal. But that was probably the most boring commentary ever, because I was just saying the same things over again. So, what makes you good at the game, and what lets you beat the game, and be interesting, don't always align. And so I think that's something interesting to note for how this game plays as a Let's Play series. Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely going to finish the series now that I'm back in my saddle. But just something interesting I thought, and I thought I'd like to share. Alright, so this has been the first 8 levels of our Clock Town Factory. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you back here for more Super Monkey Ball 2. Bye. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Goodbye now.